going on, everybody? This is Chase here at Rocky Mountain. Thank you so much for checking in. So today I am in front of this 2024 Husqvarna 701, and we just built this thing up for the founder of Rocky Mountain. He has done a ton of adventure rides over the years, and we just built up this brand new 701 for him, and you're about to see that this thing is fully loaded with all the parts that the founder likes on his motorcycle, specific to the type of riding and how long he's gonna be going on his rides that he wants to do. So we thought that we would run through this bike and just show you all the parts and accessories that we have on here. So if you have a 701, a lot of these parts are not bike specific. They can mount to any motorcycle, so no matter what adventure bike that you have, this should just give you some really good ideas of the parts that are out there and what riders here at Rocky Mountain like to put on their bikes for their next adventure ride. And we're all done here. To see those parts is very simple. You can just click on the link in this video. That would take you to our website to shop all these incredible parts. So without further ado, let's just jump right into it and talk about everything on here. We'll start with luggage. So what he wanted to go with is obviously the Olympus panty bags, which are the largest panty bags that we offer. A ton of storage capacity, awesome construction, roll top closure. You've got a bottle holder in the front and a drawstring pocket in the rear. Now these are mounted up to our Tusk panty racks. Now what's cool about this setup is inside these bags, you do have the Defender dry bag, so you can pull all your contents out inside the dry bag if you want to. But when you buy these bags, and when they go with the panty racks, you have the quick release mount plate. And that plate is spring loaded, so in just a matter of seconds, you can completely remove the bag off the bike and then put it back on there. So maybe you get to a hotel or a campsite, you wanna remove the entire thing, very simple to do so, then it just slaps right back on there. So if you are looking for a lot of storage, for a multi-day ride like he wants, but maybe you don't want to run panty racks, I would say check out the Highland X2 rackless luggage from Tusk. A lot of storage capacity, but you don't need panty racks. And when you get these as well, we do have the heat shield installed on the exhaust side just to prevent possibly damaging that bag. Here we've got the Tusk top rack. If you want to run a big duffel bag or a dry bag on the back of your motorcycle, top rack's gonna make it very easy to do so. This is made from laser cut aluminum, powder coated black, lots of cutouts. Very easy to tie down some additional luggage here to the back of the bike. Up on the front, we have the Tusk tank bag. This is the Olympus. So tank bag is gonna be the perfect location for your easy to reach items that you're gonna want quick and easily. So if you wanna put your phone inside here, any documents that you have, chapstick, sunglasses, anything like that you're gonna be accessing often, tank bag is the perfect location for that. And with this, these look awesome, they're built really well. And again, all the things that we're talking about here right now with the Tusk luggage, we designed here at Rocky Mountain. We have spotlights on all this. You can go watch them a little bit more detailed, but ultimately just know that everything that we designed, from these pilot panty bags to the tank bag, all the features that we want in this luggage is what you get with this. So this tank bag is awesome. Now next up here in the front, we have the Sidekick tank saddlebags from Tusk. Now these are a molded bag, and we got a little bit creative with the mounting, so these will come with straps, but if you look closely, we actually took one of our tie-down anchors and we actually utilized that up by the radiator for our tie-down location for these straps. But what's cool about these, just like the tank bag, gives you more storage up front for quick, easy to access items. And what's interesting is that the founder for this, what he loves these bags for is because they're molded, he likes to put his hat inside there. So it doesn't squish his hat, it doesn't deform it, or he'll put like a bag of chips inside there so his chips aren't getting all squished. So things like that, he likes to use these bags for, but again, they give you a good amount of storage capacity right up at the front of the motorcycle. All right, so let's work our way down here and talk about tires. So we have the Waypoint Adventure tires on here. So Tusk has a full range of adventure tires. There's the D Sport, which is our most aggressive. That is like your 80-20. You're gonna spend primarily most of your time off-road. D Sport is awesome. The Waypoint is more of a 70-30 tire, and it bridges the gap between a D Sport and say a 50-50 tire. So I would say that these tires are ideal for the rider that wants to maybe use their bike for commuting, but the next time you want to go on your ride and you'll be going off-road, you want a tire that's going to be able to handle both well. So with the Waypoint, it's still got a nice aggressive tread pattern, so it does great off-road, but it's a little bit smoother and quieter than the D Sport when you're on the asphalt, and gives you really good longevity. So the Waypoints are a tire that's perfect for this type of motorcycle. We've got the license plate mount here in the back, just looks good. It's a little bit more sturdy, great place to put your license plate. As far as comfort mods go for this, so the seat, This is a seat concept seat, and we've also got the KTM Rally foot pegs on here, which are much larger. So just a larger platform, again, for all-day rides. That's gonna be awesome. And talking about all-day rides, when you're talking about going the distance, that is also an important aspect, because if you watch the adventure rides that we go on, we cover a lot of mileage. So what we did is, for the 2024 model, they actually don't make this bike with the larger fuel tank that we have up here in the front. So I believe they called it the long range edition previously, but they no longer do that. What's nice though is that you can still buy just OEM parts from previous models, and they bolt right onto this motorcycle. So what we went ahead and did, and again, if you click the link, you check it all out, we have those part numbers, but we just went back a few years and grabbed a fuel tank from one of those long range models, bolted it on here. Now doing that, you do have to go with a different seat. So we've got the seat concepts on here, which is awesome. It's larger, wider, more cushion. So it's just more comfortable for all day rides. But when you go to this setup, you're just gonna need the tank, different plastics, a fuel pump, and a few other things. But again, that's all OEM parts that you can buy from our website, and it's going to give you a ton more range when you're out there riding. So if that's important to you, definitely something that is worth looking into. Now up here in the front, a couple other things when it comes to comfort. So we actually have the ATV seat heater on this seat. It's so wide that it gives you so much area. We have the ATV seat heater on here, not just the motorcycle seat heater. So it's gonna warm your butt when you're out there on the road. And then up in the front, this bike comes stock with lock-on grips. But just like what I talked about with this fuel tank, you can actually just go back a year and you can buy an OEM throttle tube, and it installs here just fine. And so that allowed us to do the Tusk grip heater kit. And then we just have the Renthal Aramid diamond grips on here, which is his favorite. One thing I do love about these grips, they're a little bit firm, brand new, but the more that these wear in, the better they get and the better they feel. And this is a grip that a lot of us have used on many, many bikes over the years. Another thing for comfort is the KTM windscreen that we have up here in the front, or Husqvarna windscreen. Now this, it's not super tall, but it's just tall enough to keep, a good amount of wind off your body. And something that a lot of people don't realize that these are so nice for is you're gonna have your GPS or your phone mounted right here in the front like we do. Well, this windscreen will keep a lot of that wind off those devices while you're riding, which might not seem like a big deal, but again, once you have one of these windscreens, you'll notice just how nice it is to have it there. Up here in the front, we got a couple mounts. So we've got the RAM mount right here for a phone. It's the X Grip, does a great job. So it just has the RAM base. So again, this is adjustable, so it fits a lot of different phone sizes, easy to mount up. We have the Garmin Zumo mount right here as well. Again, that's going to the RAM mount. And then another new accessory are the Double Take Adventure 2.0 mirrors. So this is a new mirror from Double Take. We really like these. So they went away from using just the RAM arms to now have their own arms and their own bases. And what we've noticed is they just stay in place a little bit better. Their new design, when you tighten these down, they don't move. They're not going anywhere. We like that. And then the mirrors, obviously very durable. They use this really hard thermal plastic that, if you go down and crash, it's not something that you're really gonna have to worry about breaking. So Double Take mirrors, we've used these for a very long time. They work great. Now here, when it comes to just overall safety, we have the Scott steering stabilizer. So it's the sub mount, so it goes underneath the handlebars, which is nice. So it's not really raising the handlebars up all that much. And we have that with the BRP handlebar mount. So these BRP mounts are meant to take that Scott steering stabilizer. These actually have little rubber dampers in there to help absorb a little bit of vibration as well. But for a stabilizer, we've used the Scotts for a long time. Listen, when you're going high speed off-road, you want to minimize the risk that you're going to be taking, and a steering stabilizer is going to do a great job with that. If you don't have one on your bike, it makes a huge difference. So definitely a safety accessory worth looking into on your motorcycle. So a couple protection items that we have on here. We have the Tusk D-Flex Pro handguards, gray shields, and then the black handguards on here look awesome. What's nice about these is not only do they protect your levers, but they also block a lot of that wind, so in cooler temperatures, that along with that heated grip kit is really gonna help out. Now, right here we have the Baja Design Squadron Pro LED light. We've used Squadron Pros and Baja Designs for many years. It's really hard to beat just how well built and how bright these are. And when you buy these, They will come with this mount you can see here on the bottom, but we got a little bit creative. We actually built a little bracket right here that allows us just to mount it right to our full wraparound handguard. So with all these bikes, mounting might be a little bit different depending on maybe where you want that light to be. So you just kind of figure out the best location to mount one of those. But again, Baja Pro or Squadron Pro from Baja Designs, it's always been a phenomenal light for us. Some other really cool protection accessories. We have the E-Line full carbon fiber skid plate on here. Fits the bike really well, super low profile, very lightweight, offers great protection. And then another big one is we have the cylinder skid plate from Tusk on the back here. So the rear brake cylinder sits pretty low on these bikes. And if you're doing aggressive riding, that is one spot that's pretty easy to hit and damage. That's the last thing you want to do is damage your rear brake on a ride. So we actually just made a little skid plate made out of UHNW, stands for ultra high molecular weight. Super strong, and that's just gonna offer great protection. Very easy to install. So for these bikes, that is something definitely worth checking out. And then in the back, we have the Bulletproof Designs disc guard. Again, for aggressive riding, just adding some extra protection to the bottom of these bikes or the bottom of these motorcycles is going to be very important. So last couple things I wanna talk about before we let you go is the E-Line carbon fiber registration wrap. Don't have to have it, but it's nice to have. You can put your registration stickers on there. So if you're gonna be washing your motorcycle, take it off. You don't have to worry about washing or damaging your registration stickers. They look awesome. And then you have the Tusk sequential turn signals and brake light. So these are just a little bit smaller, more sleek looking than the OEM turn signals. They're sequential, which I just think looks cool. And they're also a running light. And in the rear, we have the same thing, but it's gonna be your turn signals and your tail light. And that's it. That is our build for this 2024 Husqvarna 701. Again, the founder of Rocky Mountain, this is his personal motorcycle. These are all the components that he chose to put on here. He likes to go deep into wherever he's gonna be going, multiple day rides, like to camp off the bike, wants comfort, wants all the protection. So that's what he went with. So if you have a 701, KTM 690, or any other adventure bike, hopefully this will give you some good ideas of some good accessories, luggage-wise, tires, all of it to put on your motorcycle. So to check it all out, click on the link or head over to RockyMountainATVMC.com. We ship for free over $75. If you want to stay up to date on build videos just like this, again, we have all product spotlights on just about everything that we talked about today. Get subscribed to the Rocky Mountain YouTube channel and don't miss out. I'm Chase, and we'll see you on the trails.